I'm preparing for my first art fair. Will people actually buy original art from a first-timer? I guess we're about to find out. Today's video is a big one for me because I'm officially preparing for my first ever art fair. This is something that I wanted to do for a very long time and kept putting off, thinking that I need more art or a bigger event. And then I realized that if I keep waiting for a perfect moment, I'll never do it. So I bit the bullet and I applied to a local event. And I actually got in. The event that I applied to is an annual holiday fair that has been happening in my community for almost 20 years. It has an amazing reputation because there is a strict rule. Everything has to be handmade and original. No posters, no mass-produced products, just pure local art. It's a small, cozy event. Each vendor gets one 6-foot table, so the stakes aren't super high, which honestly makes it feel like a perfect way to test the waters. Today I'm going to show you the pieces that I've been working on, how I'm preparing them, how I'm thinking about pricing them, and I will be creating some more art. So let's jump right in. The first step is taking stock of what I already have. I've been working on a series of paired landscapes over the past several months. Each scene has 2 versions, one in watercolor and one in graphite. I love presenting them side by side because each medium brings something completely different to the same scene. Right now I have 5 pairs, so 10 pieces total, and each one is 8.5 by 11 inches. At the fair, I'm going to offer them either in pairs or individually, depending on what people connect with. I hope that people will like the diptychs like I do, but I'm not going to insist on keeping the pairs together. Before I do anything else, I want to get all the pieces signed. Next step is matting and framing. I'm keeping everything clean, simple, and consistent. I want my display to feel tidy and intentional. I'm using white mats and slim black frames to make it look professional. Since I get only one table and no wall space, I'm going to put the pieces up on little wooden easels. Now let's talk about pricing. I've decided to price each of these 8.5 by 11 framed pieces at around $50. Is $50 too low? Probably. But is it too high for a community fair where people are browsing for holiday gifts? Yeah, also probably. It's less than I would like for framed, hand-painted, or hand-drawn originals. But it just felt like a reasonable place to start for a first-timer. Let me know in the comments if you think this price makes sense. I'd love your feedback. Since I still have some time left before the fair, I want to create at least one more landscape pair. This will also allow me to show you the process of creation of a dual medium set from scratch. For this pair, I chose a really cozy wintry scene. A little ski cottage tucked into snowy woods. It just feels perfect for a holiday fair. I'm starting with the graphite version. Whenever I do these diptychs, I often start with pencil. It lets me explore the composition and the mood before moving into color. I use a bunch of different pencils, from a hard 2H for the first lines to soft dark pencils like a 4B or 6B for those deep shadows. For me, graphite isn't just about lines, it's about creating texture and mood. It's all about control and precision, and honestly, I love getting lost in it. Once the drawing is done, it's time to switch gears completely for the watercolor version. This one is always so much fun because after doing the pencil version, I already know the shapes and values. I just get to bring everything to life with color. This is where I have to let go of all that tight control. It's always a little unpredictable, which is part of the magic of watercolor. You have to work with the paint, not against it. Seeing the 2 pieces side by side is always the best part. One is quiet and contemplative. The other is vibrant and expressive. Together, I feel like they tell a more complete story. Now I just need to format them the same way as the rest and add them to the display. I actually love how the two new pieces add some winter magic to the collection. And now my table will have all 12 pieces, which feels like a really solid little body of work for a small fair. So that's where I'm at with my art fair prep. In a couple of weeks, I'll be setting up my own table, meeting new people in the community, and seeing how many of these pieces end up finding their new homes. I will make a little follow-up video to let you all know how it went, what I learned, and most importantly, how many pieces I managed to sell. Any bets? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, or just leave me a comment. I'll see you next time. Bye!